Hi, my name is Belinda Yanga. I'm an actor, I'm a filmmaker. So I play title character Weary.
My name is Dalakwa Marino. I'm writer and director of the movie Weary.
My name is Ogochukwu Ekezie. I am the president, founder, and CEO of Red Sun Studios.
My name is Bikia Graham Douglas, and I'm one of the actresses in the film Weary.
What was challenging? What was challenging is Weary. She's a mad person trying to get into the headspace of a mad woman. I do not know. That was what was challenging. It's not rocket science. As an actor, you want to always be challenged with the kind of roles you play. Yes. So the fact that yes, trying new things, trying for the joy of trying something new, for the joy of challenging yourself. Because as an actor, you're creating people, personas. You're presenting personas, exactly. So you want to be in the headspace of certain people. You wonder what would it be like to be if I'm this, if I'm that, if I'm living under the bridge. I was really excited because we shot at Ojota. I was really excited about that. So yeah, there was no thinking twice about it. Yeah, cinephiles, people who like movies. I think that they'll be the ones to really appreciate this sort of work.
I thought the story was important to be told because for a very long time I would drive past the bridge in Ojota and I would see this woman at the bus stop. And she was clearly in the throes of a mental illness, but she didn't look so bad. But I didn't actually ever have the courage to stop and ask her what was wrong, like why was she in that situation? And then one day I drove past and she was gone. I never saw her again. And this was profoundly moving for me. I wondered where she'd gone. I wondered where she'd got to. And I thought that she deserved a story because, once I'd written the story, it also kind of unpacked some of the thoughts that I had in my head regarding her. Well, it's not a unique story. We all know of somebody who has experienced the lynching, who has heard about somebody who was involved in it, or who came back home and told the story of seeing it. But what I think is really important is the idea that there is a set of marginalized people in the country, and also the dangers of marginalization in our society, because we live in a low consequence society, so people can get away with this kind of thing. You can see from the movie that the people who perpetuated the crime got away with it. So, it's an important story to tell. Who is really mad in our society? Who is really weary? Is it the mad people on the streets or us? I don't know if it was a challenge, but it was just unusual because it was very low dialogue. So we're used to seeing movies that are full of words and lots of acting, but this required a sort of anti-acting, so to speak. You had to basically show the emotions with very few words. So the challenge essentially was to get the actors to trust themselves without, what they were used to doing. Just pare it all the way back down to show real emotion.
Once I read the story, I connected with it in the sense that it was a powerful story that it really made me think. We live in a society where we're used to seeing certain things. We've become desensitized to a lot of things. And I think the first thing that I wanted to do was to say, can we reawaken our senses and not be so desensitized to everything that is around us, and really question and learn to have some more empathy. So for me, I think it hit quite a few notes when, like Dolakwa said, when I read her story, and I thought that it's something that we should make and put on screen. So I read her short story, and I said to her, listen, you should try to call this into a screenplay, and she did. And she and I went through a few iterations, and then we landed on the final one. So yeah, it was all Dolakwa. It was her story. I gave her some editing and some feedback, but it was all her. No, Dolakwa is actually Dolakwa is very clinical in the way she executes. So she executes quite well, and I think both of us work well together. So we're able to land at a version really quickly that we were both happy with. I feel good. I mean, I'm grateful. I'm happy. Like I said, it's been 20 years in the making, and we're finally here. And I'm hoping that as we step into the future. Lots more to come from Red Sun Studios. Well, it's two movies and one TV series. Right, so the first one is based on a real life story, and we'll talk about that more soon, not now. The second one is something that I actually wrote, yeah, but and then the last one is the TV banking. It is the series set in the banking industry, and you know I worked in that industry for nearly 20 years, so I have a lot to say about the industry. So hopefully we can get this done.
What I like about Were is that he addresses an issue that we don't normally see, and it's just, you know, it's set under the bridge about a mad woman, and we're trying to get into her head. That's what I love about it. And my character who plays Madame Spitz, you know, she gets the bus from that area, from the area where this lady lives under the bridge. And you see her go through her own issues. And at the end of the movie, you're asking yourself, who really is the Were here? Is it the woman who lives under the bridge? Or is it the Madame Spitz who gets the bus every day and has so much anger? I think everyone will love it though, because it makes you confront things that you will not normally confront within yourself. And mental health is a real big issue. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of things, and this movie confronts it head on. So I'm really excited about that. And it also highlights the plight of, you know, homeless people, and you know, people who are not 100% okay up there, you know, and how their lives change. So it's a social issue that I think will be thought-provoking for the audiences that get to watch it. Like for me as an actress, every role I take on is challenging, and that's the excitement of it, you know. And to be honest, it was the first time I entered the Keke Napep. That was exciting, actually. I really, oh God, it's not like, it was an experience. I really enjoyed it, and after that I've entered it again. It was challenging in the sense that you have to be responsible for the character, to bring them to life, and to tell their truth. And I embrace that in my work as an actor, so it's always enjoyable. So you always have like good butterflies, like good nerves.